And then there's Enoch, who he doesn't live that long. He lives 305 years. That's not very long for these guys, even though it is for us. But it is because he walked with God. That was a big deal here. He walked, chapter 4, verse 24, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Sounds like a rapture, of some kind. He just took him, he didn't have to necessarily die. He just swept him up. He's just went with God eventually. Now, there is a book of Enoch. It's not included in most versions of the Bible that we read today, but in that book, there's an emphasis on his isolation. He was often isolated from life, civilization. Like, he would go out, but he would also isolate himself and spend long periods of time where it was just him and God. So, there's a lot to be said about that, I suppose. Not even low-key, I understand that. I've definitely always been kind of like that, where I wasn't really much of a people person per se. I get along with people well, but I do value alone time. I value, peace and not dealing with drama, especially nowadays. When it comes to my own personal space, a lot of people aren't really allowed in. And if you are allowed in, it's kind of a big deal for me. I just kind of resonate with him. That's the dream for me, is could I not die? Can I just be not as Enoch was? Can I just be taken? I wouldn't mind it. This world isn't absolutely terrible, but to be honest, God is the epitome of happiness. I look forward to and hopefully getting to be with him for eternity. That's the biggest dream of my whole soul. So I just think that's kind of the dream. You don't have to die. You just spend your time here with God, and then he eventually just takes you. It just sounds like a sweet deal. God grieved him. He grieved us, He grieved us. That's crazy.